There's a warmth and static that I keep coming back to. The noise between signals that used to just be noise. Now it sounds like something trying to come through. And I've been learning how to listen differently. Old radio in the kitchen, bad reception. Something beautiful in the way it breaks up. The perfect version would have been less interesting. The imperfect version is texture. Warm static, something real underneath the interference. Warm static, beautiful in its own broken way. Not everything clear needs to be clear. Some things communicate through the noise. Warm static, I'm learning to hear it. Relationship had some static in the middle years. Neither of us knew how to tune it right. We kept trying to clean up the signal, when maybe the static was the signal. Turns out we were both saying something true, just through a lot of interference. Once we stopped trying to fix the reception, we could hear each other fine. Warm static, something real underneath the interference. Warm static, beautiful in its own broken way. Not everything clear needs to be clear. Some things communicate through the noise. Warm static, I'm learning to hear it. I've been less interested in perfect lately. Perfect is a destination that keeps relocating. Every time I think I'm close, the definition shifts a little further out. So I've been sitting with the warm static version, the life that crackles at the edges, the relationships that require some patience, the version of myself that's still being tuned, that's not settling, that's understanding what's actually on offer. The beautiful, imperfect, real version is the one I actually want. Warm and imperfect, both true. That's enough.
Stop performing okay when I was not okay. About 8 months ago, somebody asked and I told them the actual answer. They did not panic, they did not leave. They said, thank you for telling me. And that was the whole thing I had been afraid of for years. Did nothing. Stop performing okay, said the actual thing. Stop performing okay. The room handled it, the people handled it better than expected. Stop performing okay. Relief. Performing okay takes significant energy that could go toward actually getting okay. Stop the performance, redirected the energy. Got help, got better, got honest in that order. Stop performing okay, said the actual thing. Stop performing okay. The room handled it, the people handled it better than expected. Stop performing okay. Relief. Yeah. The performance of okay fools nobody who loves you. They see through it and wait for you to stop performing. Stop performing. Yeah. Let them help. The performance was always cast liar. And the honesty. Stop performing, got help. Got better. The apology I practiced in the mirror, every version getting slightly clearer than the one before, is something taking shape. The apology I practiced, ready to escape. Started with the defensive version, obviously. Everything I needed you to see about my side of it, the context and the reason. The apology I practiced, first season. Took that version out and started over. Everything I'd written as a cover for the actual thing I needed to say. The apology I practiced, second day. Stripped it back to what was actually true. Everything that wasn't just for you to hear, but for me to actually mean. The apology I practiced, finally clean. The apology I practiced, third revision. Everything the mirror helped me with. The incision of the real from the defensive and the proud. The apology I practiced, said it loud enough to hear myself say it properly. The apology I practiced, honestly, better than I thought I was capable. The apology I practiced, valuable. Sent it in the form of a message edited. Everything the over-explanation credited to itself, removed before the sending. The apology I practiced, mending something I had broken without fully understanding how completely the thing had broken until I looked. The apology I practiced, fully cooked. Stripped it back to what was actually true. Everything that wasn't just for you to hear, but for me to actually mean. The apology I practiced, finally clean. The apology I practiced, third revision. Everything the mirror helped me with. The incision of the real from the defensive and the proud. The apology I practiced, said it loud enough to hear myself say it properly. The apology I practiced, honestly, better than I thought I was capable. The apology I practiced, yeah, valuable. Wordlets are slow, trumpet breathing long. Everything about the apology, the song I didn't know I needed to learn to sing. The apology I practiced, the whole thing started wrong and got revised and stripped. The apology I practiced, equipped with nothing but the actual truth of it. The apology I practiced, that's the bit that matters, sent it, meant it. Practiced it in the mirror, every version getting clearer. Said the true part, sent it clean. The apology finally mean what it said. The apology I practiced, third revision. Everything the mirror helped me with. The incision of the real from the defensive and the proud. The apology I practiced, said it loud enough to hear myself say it properly. The apology I practiced, honestly, better than I thought I was capable. The apology I practiced, valuable. The apology I practiced meant every word. Yeah. Used to move at 100 miles just to feel something. Yeah. Always chasing the next thing before the last one landed. Yeah. Now I'm sitting with the window open, coffee going cold. Funny how the slower pace makes everything feel fuller. You called out of nowhere on a Wednesday afternoon. Said you've been thinking about the way we left things. I didn't have a speech prepared, just said come over, I'll be here. Maybe we've been overthinking all of this. Maybe simple is the version that was always gonna work. Slow it down. We don't have to figure it all out tonight. Some things only make sense in the right light. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. Slow it down. We got time. Yeah. You showed up with takeout and no explanation. Just set it on the counter like you never left. We didn't talk about the months in between. Just put something on and let the evening happen. That's the version of us I forgot existed. Easy, no performance, nothing to defend. Two people who know each other's silences, deciding that's worth more than being right. I'm not the same person who couldn't stay. Maybe that's the only thing that needed to change. Yeah, let me say this without making it complicated, because I made it complicated before and it cost me. Simple version, I'm better at this now, and I think you are too. Yeah, the work I did in the time between was partly for me and partly toward this. Not because I knew we'd end up here, but because becoming someone worth coming back to matter. So slow it down. Let's see what this is when we're not rushing it. I've got nowhere to be, and for the first time in a long time, that's the truth. We don't have to figure it all out tonight. Some things only make sense in the right light. I'm not going anywhere, you're not going anywhere. Slow it down. We got time. All of it. Outgrown it, now with resentment. Just, it does not fit anymore. The way a coat you loved at some point stopped being the right coat. Not because anything was wrong with it, because you changed. Outgrown it, that is allowed. Outgrown it, honest and okay, not a betrayal, just growth. Outgrown it, with gratitude. Yeah, held it past the point of fit, because letting go felt like saying something negative about what it was. But letting go is not criticism, it is acknowledgement that you have grown into a different shape, and the old shape is not wrong, just not you anymore. Outgrown it, that is allowed. Outgrown it, honest and okay, not a betrayal, just growth. Outgrown it, with gratitude. Outgrown it, with gratitude for what it was when it was right. Everything has a season, and the season ends not because anything failed, because everything grew. Outgrown it with gratitude. That is the whole thing. Outgrown it with gratitude. Getting better at this, not fast, not dramatically, just measurably better than last year. Last year version would not have handled that the same way. This year version handled it with some patience and less damage. Getting better at this, not fixed, just improving. Getting better at this every year, measurably, actually getting better at this. That counts. Used to grade myself on the hard version of the grading scale where improvement did not count, only perfection. Changed the grading scale to the honest one, was showing up and doing better than the previous version. Is the whole grade. Getting better at this, not fixed, just improving. Getting better at this every year, measurably, actually getting better at this. Yeah, that counts. Getting better at this is the only standard that is actually achievable and actually meaningful. Perfection is not the destination. Better is available every year if you are honest about where you started. Getting better every year, that is the whole thing. Getting better every year, that is enough. Between floors, elevator paused. Everything about the moment gave me cause to think about exactly where I am between floors. That's the diagram. Not at the bottom, not where I'm going. Everything in between is worth the knowing. Used to rush through transitions, eyes on destination. Between floors, learning the location of the middle, which is where most life actually happens. Underneath the strife of getting somewhere in the actual getting. Between floors, worth the forgetting. Every floor a different version of the same ongoing project going by my name. Between them is where the changing happens. Between floors, everything that patterns. Between floors, that's where I live most of the time. That's where I give attention to now. The in-between, between floors. Everything I've seen has happened in the transition, not arrival. Between floors, that's the survival guide to a life that's mostly becoming. Between floors, always something coming. Third year of a thing that's taking longer. Everything the patience makes me stronger in is the particular skill of staying in between floors. Every single minute, not where I started, not where I'm headed. Everything about the middle well threaded into the fabric of who I'm becoming. Between floors, keep it running. Every floor a different version of the same ongoing project going by my name. Between them is where the changing happens. Between floors, everything that patterns. Between floors, that's where I live most of the time. That's what I give attention to now. The between floors. Everything I've seen has happened in the transition, not arrival between floors. That's the survival guide to a life that's mostly becoming between floors. Always something coming. Yeah. Whirler to lazy bass, ghost walking slow. Everything about being between the floors I know is uncomfortable, but honest about the state between floors. Learning how to wait without the waiting, feeling like a loss between floors. Calculating the cost of impatience versus the reward of arriving ready. That's the record score between floors. That's the whole thing. Between floors, not yet there. Still becoming, still the care of getting ready for the top. Between floors, never stop. Between floors, that's where I live most of the time. That's what I give attention to now. The between floors. Everything I've seen has happened in the transition, not arrival between floors. That's the survival guide to a life that's mostly becoming between floors. Always something coming. Between floors, almost there. Same window, different light today. Everything about the view changed in the way that nothing changed, but I did in the looking. Same window, different kind of booking. Yeah. 3 years at this desk by this window. Everything about the street below the window entirely familiar, memorized completely. Same window, seeing it differently. Not because the street changed its configuration, just a particular angle of my station. Inside the looking shifted just enough. Same window, different stuff. Same glass, different morning. Same view, different adorning of meaning from the eyes behind the looking. Same window, worth the booking. Same window, different light. Everything that used to just sit right against the daily background now stands out. Same window, different light throughout the ordinary cataloging of the street. Same window, different beat behind the looking than there was before. Same window, different door. Old man downstairs still sweeps the same 6 feet. Everything about the ritual complete in itself and meaningless together. Same window, any weather, he's down there. Same room, same territory. Everything about the scene, a different story. Now that I'm looking instead of glancing past. Same window, the light contrast. Same glass, different morning. Same view, different adorning of meaning from the eyes behind the looking. Same window, worth the booking. Same window, different light. Everything that used to just sit right against the daily background now stands out. Same window, different light throughout the ordinary cataloging of the street. Same window, different beat behind the looking than there was before. Same window, different door. Yeah. Well, it's a slow flute, breathing warm. Everything about the same window, the norm that changed by me changing inside the looking. Same window, same street, different booking of attention. That's the whole shift. Same window, giving me the gift of the familiar, made unfamiliar by nothing but the particular. Way I'm looking now, same window, different. Same window, different light. Everything the daily background now stands out. Same window, different light throughout. The ordinary cataloging of the street. Same window, different beat. Behind the looking than there was before. Same window, different door.
Same window, different light.
Woke up at 3 and checked my phone again. Same old habit, nothing there. Deleted your number, but I know it by heart. This the part I can't seem to fix. Your hoodie's still hanging on the chair. I keep telling myself I'll move it, but every time I walk past it, I just look away and leave it there. I know you're somewhere doing fine. Probably don't think about me half as much, and that's the part that gets me every time. I wish I could turn this off. Still thinking about you when the lights go down. Still hearing your voice in every song I found. Told myself I'm over it, I said it out loud. Still thinking about you. Still thinking about you. Saw someone wearing the same perfume. Had to walk the other direction. Funny how a smell can do all that. Pull you back to something you're not over. Showed up to the place we used to go. Sat down at the table by the window. Ordered the same thing you always got. Don't even know why I did that. I know moving on is what I need, but knowing that don't make it any easier. 3 in the morning and I'm back to this same loop, different night. Still thinking about you when the lights go down. Still hearing your voice in every song I found. Told myself I'm over it, I said it out loud. Still thinking about you. Still thinking about you. It's not that I don't want you back, I just don't know how to stop. The version of you I missed probably wasn't even real, but it felt real, and that's enough to keep me up. Still thinking, lights go down and I'm back here again. Small inheritance, it's not the money kind. Everything she left behind that I find in the particular way I do a certain thing. Small inheritance, everything. The way I fold a towel 3 times exactly. Everything about the motion that exactly matches what I watched for 20 years. Small inheritance, that's what it is. To the person that you are by proximity. Everything, the small inheritance of habit and of gesture and of phrase. Small inheritance all the way. Hey. Not the furniture, not the name, possessions. Everything, the small inheritance. Lessons are the ones she didn't know she gave. Small inheritance, that's the name. Small inheritance, the things she didn't know. Everything she passed through. The regular show of Tuesday evenings and the way she moved. Small inheritance, nothing proved deliberately, but everything received. Small inheritance, what I believed. most about the world is partly hers. Small inheritance, still a curse. Yeah. Made soup the other day and stopped midway. Everything about the motion of the bay. Leaf placement exactly as she showed me. Small inheritance, still owed me. Nothing already given, completely free. Everything she did that I now see, replicated in my own hands without thinking. Small inheritance without blinking. Yeah. Not the furniture, not the name, possessions. Everything the small inheritance. Lessons are the ones she didn't know she gave. Small inheritance, that's the name. Small inheritance, the things she didn't know. Everything she passed through. The regular show of Tuesday evenings and the way she moved. Small inheritance, nothing proved deliberately, but everything received. Small inheritance, what I believe about the world is partly hers. Small inheritance, still a curse. Yeah. Felt piano soft, trumpet long and warm. Everything about the small inheritance form is that it travels through the watching years. Small inheritance, it appears in the fold of the towel and the soup. Small inheritance, the loop of gesture running through the generations. Small inheritance, the foundations that nobody planned to lay.
Small inheritance, towel fold. Everything she showed, Bailey plays the same way. Small inheritance stay.
Small inheritance, the things she didn't know. Everything she passed through. The regular show of Tuesday evenings and the way she moved. Small inheritance, nothing proved deliberately, but everything received. Small inheritance, what I believe about the world is partly hers. Small inheritance, still a curse. Small inheritance, still carrying it. Unlearning is harder than learning, because learning adds things. Unlearning removes things you have been using. The habit that helped once and costs now requires active removal, not just addition of the better thing. Unlearning is the whole second half. Unlearning of the growth project, not just adding. Removing, unlearning the hard work. Identified 3 things I had been doing that served a purpose in an earlier version and cost more than they gave. In this one, actively unlearning them means catching the habit mid-action and choosing differently. Every time until the choosing differently becomes the new habit. Unlearning is the whole second half. Unlearning of the growth project, not just adding. Removing, unlearning the hard work. Learning gets all the attention. Unlearning does all the heavy lifting. Every version upgrade requires removing as much as it adds. Unlearning is the upgrade, doing the actual work. Unlearning the real work.
conversation after is the real one. Everything about the official meeting done. In the parking lot or hallway afterward. The conversation after every word. Meeting ended, everyone dispersed. Everything about the formal version first. Required before the real one could begin. The conversation after therein lives the actual position of the room. Everything the formal meeting, the costume worn for the official record. The conversation after the second. Not conspiracy, just the natural human. Everything the formal setting consuming of the honest version of the thought. The conversation after what it taught. The conversation after, that's the one. Everything the meeting tried to run through properly gets said in the hallway. The conversation after, that's the real way. The decisions get their actual making. The conversation after, the undertaking of the room's real consensus. The conversation after, it renders us three people by the elevator button. Everything about the official nothing. They said in the meeting finally said. The conversation after what got read into the record unofficially. Everything the conversation after, free of the format and the formal expectation. The conversation after, that's the station. Not conspiracy, just the natural human. Everything the formal setting consuming of the honest version of the thought. The conversation after what it taught. The conversation after, that's the one. Everything the meeting tried to run through properly gets said in the hallway. The conversation after, that's the real way. The decisions get their actual making. The conversation after, the undertaking of the room's real consensus. The conversation after, it renders us electric piano, easy flute, no warm. Everything about the conversation after form is that it's where the actual truth lives. The conversation after what it gives is the version underneath the official version. The conversation after the excursion into what everyone actually thinks. The conversation after missing links in the formal meeting filled informally. Conversation after parking lot. Everything that's not in the minutes but was said. Conversation after, better read the conversation after. That's the one. Everything the meeting try to run through properly gets said in the hallway. The conversation after, that's the real way. The decisions get their actual making. The conversation after, the undertaking of the room's real consensus. The conversation after, it renders us conversation after. I guess I better let you hide. Conversation after.
Read it twice, make sure I understood everything the message said before I could respond from the defensive first reaction. Read it twice, better traction. Used to reply immediately and wrong. Everything the knee-jerk response along the way you're making everything more complicated. Read it twice, underrated. Skill of giving what derived the actual time it takes to understand before the rhyme or response runs its unprocessed course. Read it twice, changing the source. Not everything that lands needs instant answer. Every message has its own particular answer that requires the actual reading to find. Read it twice, changes the mind. Read it twice, the second time is different. Every first read filtered through the distant version of what I expected it to say. Read it twice, different day in the message than the one I first constructed. Read it twice, everything deducted from the defensive stood corrected. read it twice, connection resurrected. Particular message from a particular person. Everything about the first read worsened by my assumption of the tone it carried. Read it twice, properly married to what was actually written there. Everything the second read laid bare as different from the first read's version. Read it twice, better excursion. Not everything that lands needs instant answer. Every message has its own particular answer that requires the actual reading to find. Read it twice, changes the mind. Read it twice, second time is different. Every first read filtered through the distant version of what I expected it to say. Read it twice, different day in the message than the one I first constructed. Read it twice, everything deducted from the defensive stood corrected. Read it twice, connection resurrected. Yeah, wordlets a lazy guitar, single soft. Everything about the second read aloft, above the first reaction, running fast. Read it twice, making the good last longer than the knee-jerk would allow. Read it twice, taking the time now. Acoustic guitar behind it, walking warm. Read it twice, rewriting the norm. Read it twice, that's the move. Read it twice, second time, everything running fine. First read wrong, second right. Read it twice, better lie. Read it twice, second time is different. Every first read filtered through the distant version of what I expected it to say. Read it twice, different day in the message than the one I first constructed. Read it twice, everything deducted from the defensive stood corrected. Read it twice, connection resurrected. Read it twice, made all the difference. Read it twice. Left the light on, didn't plan to. Everything about the habit making sense to whoever might come home to find it there. Left the light on just in case, just care. Yeah, used to turn everything off behind me. Every switch a small efficiency. Now I leave one light in the kitchen burning. Left the light on, something I'm learning about the particular warmth of a lit room, seen from the street before you enter the gloom of a dark apartment after a long day. Left the light on, changing the way. Nothing dramatic by the light left on, just a small consideration drawn from knowing what it's like to arrive at dark. Left the light on, that's the remark. Left the light on, kitchen warm and waiting. Everything about the coming home creating something softer than the cold switch moment. Left the light on, that's the component of a life that cares about the small return. Left the light on, something I had to learn from the years of arriving to nothing lit. Left the light on, that's it. Yeah. Friend came over unannounced at 9. Everything about the lit window was a sign that something human was inside and waiting. Left the light on, underrating the power of a small warm indication that the space is held with some consideration for whoever might be looking from the street. Left the light on, making it complete. Nothing dramatic but a light left on, just the small consideration drawn from knowing what it's like to arrive at dark. Left the light on, that's the remark. Left the light on, kitchen warm and waiting. Everything about the coming home creating something softer than the cold switch moment. Left the light on, that's the component of a life that cares about the small return. Left the light on, something I had to learn left the light on. Yeah, that's it. Electric piano warm, trumpet calling soft. Everything about the light left on a loft. In the window when I'm coming down the street, left the light on. That's the beat of caring for the space I'm coming back to. Left the light on. That's the fact too of a life that's learned to tend its own. Left the light on. Coming home. Left the light on. That's the move. Left the light on. Kitchen warm. Coming home. Out of the storm of the day. Into the light. Left the light on. Every night. Left the light on. Kitchen warm and waiting. Everything about the coming home creating something softer than the cold switch moment. Left the light on. That's the component of a life that cares about the small return. Left the light on. Something I had to learn from the years of arriving to nothing lit. Left the light on, that's it. Left the light on, always will now. Last message read, never replied to. Everything about the thread or residue of something that was real and then went quiet. Last message read, worth the riot. Opened it 100 times without responding. Everything about the gap compounding. Interest on the dead of not replying. Last message read, not denying. The message was received and understood. Everything I would have said if I could. I found a way to say it landed different. Last message read, the specific instant. Not ghosting, just the particular silence of not knowing how to break the quiet compliance with whatever happened between the lines. Last message read, running its designs. Last message read, still there. Everything about the thread laid bare by the particular timestamp of the red. Last message read, planting the seed of a conversation that never grew. Last message read, something true was in there that I didn't know the answer. Last message read, the dancer. Yeah. Type 17 different versions of a reply. Everything about the draft's a goodbye to the certainty that words would fix the thing. Last message read, what spring? Cleaning of the inbox finally surfaced. Everything about the thread that served as reminder of what I left unanswered. Last message read, still not mastered. Not ghosting, just a particular silence of not knowing how to break the quiet compliance with whatever happened between the lines. Last message read, running its design. Last message read, still there. Everything about the thread laid bare by the particular timestamp of the red. Last message read, planting the seed of a conversation that never grew. Last message read, something true was in there that I didn't know the answer. Last message read, wordlets are slow, guitar single soft. Everything about the last message aloft in the thread that I haven't cleared. Last message read, everything I feared about responding was just the unknown. Last message read, overgrown with the silence of too much time. Last message read, running its rhyme. Still, that's the honest thing. Last message, read receipt. Everything incomplete. 17 drafts, none sent. Last message read, time spent. Last
Last message read, still there. Everything about the thread laid bare by the particular timestamp of the red. Last message read, planting the seed of a conversation that never grew. Last message read, something true was in there that I didn't know to answer. Last message read, the dancer. Last message read, still thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Knew when to stop. Not because I wanted to, because I had learned what continuing past the stop point cost. Learned that lesson more than once before it became the automatic response to the sign that the stop point has arrived. Knew when to stop, recognize the sign. Knew when to stop, did not push past, stopped at the right time. Knew when to stop. That is the skill. Yeah, yeah. Continuing past the stop point is the most expensive thing I have ever done. Repeatedly before I learned to recognize the sign. The sign is different for every situation, but consistent within it. Learn the sign. Stop at the sign. Save the cause. When to stop. Recognize the sign. Did not push past, stop at the right time. When to stop. That is the skill. Knowing when to stop is not quitting, it is accuracy. About when the thing has given what it has to give, and continuing is diminishing returns. Stop at the stop point. That is the whole skill. That is the skill. First draft always wrong, that's the rule. Everything about the first attempt at school, of what the thing is trying to become. First draft always wrong, that's the sum. Used to abandon at the first draft stage. Everything about the imperfect page, proof that the thing wasn't worth continuing. First draft always wrong, but the doing of the wrong first draft is how the right second draft emerges from the night of the first attempt's particular darkness. First draft always wrong, the sharpness. Not failure, just the necessary first move. Everything the first draft helps to prove is what the thing is not, which is the guide. First draft always wrong, clarify. First draft always wrong, that's the starting point. Everything about the first attempt to join, where the thing and the intention first collide. First draft always wrong, that's the guide to what the second draft needs to correct. First draft always wrong, full respect for the necessary wrongness of beginning. First draft always wrong, start winning. Yeah. Three first drafts of the same thing written. Everything about the being so bitten about the wrongness of each one getting clearer. First draft always wrong, the mirror that shows you what you actually mean. Everything the first draft has been a wrong draft that was right about the direction. First draft always wrong, the correction, not failure, just the necessary first move. Everything the first draft helps to prove is what the thing is not, which is the guide. First draft always wrong, clarified. First draft always wrong, that's the starting point. Everything about the first attempt, the joint, where the thing and the intention first collide. First draft always wrong, that's the guide to what the second draft needs to correct. First draft always wrong, for respect for the necessary wrongness of beginning. First draft always wrong, start winning. Yeah, electric piano easy, trumpet call in between. Everything about the first draft, the scene of the work before the work gets good. First draft always wrong, understood as the necessary entry into the process. First draft always wrong, the honest starting point that every good thing comes from. First draft always wrong, the whole drum beat of making things is wrong first and right. First draft wrong, always is. Second draft better than this. Third draft find what you meant. First draft wrong, money well spent. First draft always wrong, that's the starting point. Everything about the first attempt to join, where the thing and the intention first collide. First draft always wrong, that's the guide to what the second draft needs to correct. First draft always wrong, for respect for the necessary wrongness of beginning. First draft always wrong, start winning. First draft always wrong, that's the point. Yeah. Decided to stay, not passively, actively chose this. But life in front of me with full information about what it is and what it costs and what it gives, and chose it. Decided to stay with everything I know. Decided to stay, not by default, by choice, repeat it daily. Decided to stay, this is the one. Yeah, the leaving was always available, the staying was the choice, made from a place of knowing what I had and choosing it over the unknown alternative. The chosen life feels different than the inherited one. I can feel the choice in how I move through it. Decided to stay with everything I know. Decided to stay, not by default, by choice, repeat it daily. Decided to stay, this is the one. Yeah, decided to stay means the life I have is not something that happened to me, it is something I chose with full information, and I would choose it again. Every day, the choice we made, decided to stay. Every morning, decided to stay. Every morning. Learning the neighborhood block by block. Everything about the new place off the clock. A familiarity running the unfamiliar. Learning the neighborhood peculiar. First month, everything required navigation. Everything about the second month, the station of knowing starting to take shape. Learning the neighborhood, the landscape, resolving into something like a map. Everything the mental cartography on tap. By month 3, confident enough to shortcut. Learning the neighborhood, what? Not just the streets, but the particular texture. Everything the neighborhood, the lecture that the city gives about itself. Learning the neighborhood, the shelf. Learning the neighborhood, still in progress. Everything the familiarity profess. By the 3rd month isn't the whole picture. Learning the neighborhood, the fixture of the particular shop on the particular corner. Learning the neighborhood, the mourner at the door of the place that closed last week. Learning the neighborhood, everything unique. Oh man, at the dry cleaner knows my face now. Everything about the recognition, how the neighborhood becomes a different thing. Learning the neighborhood, what it brings in terms of the particular human scale. Everything the city life on the detail level is about is learning the neighborhood. Learning the neighborhood, that's the good. Not just the streets, but the particular texture. Everything the neighborhood, the lecture that the city gives about itself. Learning the neighborhood, the share. Learning the neighborhood, still in progress. Everything the familiarity profess. By the 3rd month isn't the whole picture. Learning the neighborhood, the fixture of the particular shop on the particular corner. Learning the neighborhood, the mourner at the door of the place that closed last week. Learning the neighborhood, yeah, everything unique. Yeah. 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 Electric piano, bright, flute warm. Everything about the neighborhood, the norm that takes the full year to actually learn. Learning the neighborhood, what I earn is the knowledge that sits beneath the map. Learning the neighborhood, the gap between knowing the streets and knowing the place. Learning the neighborhood, that's the grace of staying long enough to see it change. Learning the neighborhood, block by block. Everything on, off the clock of the map into the real. Learning the neighborhood, how it feels. Learning the neighborhood, still in progress. Everything the familiarity profess. But the 3rd month isn't the whole picture. Learning the neighborhood, the fixture of the particular shop on the particular corner. Learning the neighborhood, the mourner at the door of the place that closed last week. Learning the neighborhood, everything you need. Learning the neighborhood, still learning. Slow morning science. Slow morning science. Figured it out. Everything the rush was never about. Nothing that I needed came from moving fast. Slow morning science, built to last. Yeah. Used to set 3 alarms and snooze them all. Used to hit the street before the city's call. Had fully formed, rushing into incomplete. Slow morning science, different beat. Learned the hard way that the best ideas come in the first hour when everything clears from the noise of the night before. Slow morning science, opening the door, not laziness, just a different theory about what makes the day less weary. At the end, when everything's accounted, slow morning science, fully mounted. Slow morning science, taking the data. Everything rushed arrives a little later than the thing that started slow and right. Slow morning science, winning the fight against the urgency that doesn't serve. Slow morning science, holding the curve of a day that starts on its own turn. Slow morning science, everything confirmed. Coffee first, nothing open on the laptop. Everything about the morning on lockdown. Until the first cup does its particular work. Slow morning science, none of the murk of a mind that started before it was ready. Everything the slow start keeps more steady. Into the afternoon and past the 4 o'clock. Slow morning science, setting the clock, not laziness, just a different theory about what makes the day less weary. At the end, when everything's accounted, slow morning science, fully mounted. Slow morning science, taking the data. Everything rushed arrives a little later than the thing that started slow and right. Slow morning science, winning the fight against the urgency that doesn't serve. Slow morning science, holding the curve of a day that starts on its own turn. Slow morning science, everything confirmed. Yeah. Now I got on guitar. That's the data. That's the data. That's the data. Yeah. Now long, get on. Now long, get on. Yeah. Now long, get on. Get slow morning as the show is better than the rush version every time.
Slow morning science,
Running its own rhyme. 3 alarms used to be the opening act.
slow morning science,
Change the contract between me and the day. New terms apply.
slow morning,
First and let the rest fly.
slow morning science.
That's the data. Step. That's the data.
Slow morning.
First cup,
Everything.
setting up.
No alarm.
No rush.
Slow morning.
That's enough. Slow morning science, taking the data. Everything rushed arrives a little later than the thing that started slow and right. Slow morning science, winning the fight against the urgency that doesn't serve.
Slow morning science,
Holding the curve of a day that starts on its own turn.
slow morning science,
Everything confirmed. Slow morning science. Peer reviewed.
slow morning science,
Peer reviewed. Peer reviewed.